I think the keypad on my laptop is messed up. Only certain letters work. Like I tried to hit AAA, nothing's working. And I tried to hit delete, no delete. Dang it. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Hopefully that's something that can be fixed. Hopefully. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's Thedailywoo. It's safe to say they don't want me going down that road and looking at what is over there. It's the remnants of an old World War II blimp hangar built in 1942. Someone else has bought the property now, but there are still some remains on site. But look at all that barb and razor wire along the fence. Judging by the 4 concrete pillars, you can tell how tall the complex used to be. Just look at the size of these things compared to the newer buildings that were built a little bit later. And of course the water tower is also still there. Did I just say water towel? I think I might need coffee. By the way, you'll never guess what town I'm in. Wait for it. Wait for it. This doesn't happen too terribly often. I totally should have stayed here last night, looking back on it. Hitchcock would be proud. And have a bulldog. Well, I bit the bullet and got myself an iPad mini. Since the keyboard on the laptop's being a little bit weird, this will come in handy for using the internet, and I will be able to use it with the drone mounting it right there. Gonna need some internet to connect this thing, so that's where Starbucks comes in. I am now connected, and I have a butterscotch latte. Never had one of those before. Get started? Yes. And I can now comment and type. I'm also downloading the new DJI app for the iPad so I can use it to fly the drone. The Majestic. That will also come in very handy for the Ask Adam the Woo segment. I was trying to figure out how I would film my laptop to answer the questions when there's no way I could search for the questions because the keyboard wasn't working. So that's another reason I decided to get that. I've arrived at a place called Moody Gardens, and judging by these pyramids, this is going to be a pretty fun spot. Something weird about these pyramids. The drone is in a restricted area. Flight not allowed. It won't even let me take off. Whap, 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 whap. Not having the best of luck today. In fact, I lost my little tripod thing. I don't know where it is. I tried finding it. It's gone. It vanished. The first building you come to is the aquarium. And sadly, it is under renovations. So we'll not be going in there today. Currently, I am standing right here. And what I've been told is the best thing out here is the Rainforest Pyramid. So that's what I'm gonna do. Even after all these setbacks, I'm not gonna let it get me moody. See what I did there? Oh my goodness, look at this little guy. This is called a pygmy slow loris. I wonder if it's because he moves. Look how slow he's moving. Is that, oh my goodness, is that how he got his name? There's an otter down there, look at him. Just playing around in the water. He doesn't know which way to go though. He was gonna come over my direction. I think he got scared by the camera. He's a little bit camera shy. Oh, now he's warming up. He's coming closer now. Oh, he went away again. The time has now come. I am entering into the pyramid itself. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's like Biodome. Polly, you in here? They don't allow food or drinks in here for good reason, because there are so many animals. You don't want to disturb their normal diet pattern by having them sip on a Mountain Dew or eating a hot dog. This particular section is completely netted to keep the butterflies in. Look at them, there's a congregation of them just chowing down on some fruit. Looking at one up close, it kind of resembles the eating patterns of a mosquito. It has the long mechanism coming out of its face, like darting into that fruit. Look at that big old fish down there. Looks like he's got the whole property to himself, or at least that little pond. It's all his.
Rodriguez fruit bat. So they're some of the largest in the world, and they get a wingspan of 2 to 3 feet.
Why is it called the Rodriguez fruit bat?
So they're actually from the Rodriguez Islands around Madagascar.
Just chowing down. That's so cool. I never realized that a fruit bat really loves sweet potatoes. That's what he was eating. For a few years now, I've had this fruit bat with laser eyes on my arm. I am now going to name him Rodriguez in honor of this place. This little guy's called a white-faced saki monkey. He's eating an apple right now. Inside this glass tube are leafcutter ants, some of the hardest working ants in the wild. They go out each and every day to find leaves, slice them, and then bring them back to their home, to their colony. I think this guy's following me. Are you following me? Oh, don't try to be all nonchalant about it now and ignore me. You were back there earlier and now you're right here. You see? You totally are following me. Okay, now he's getting a little too close. I think now he really wants attention. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know if I want to know what he's thinking. The attendant here is standing there with the intention of guarding me in case he was to jump in my direction. So I'm gonna keep moving. Whoa! That's awesome. The rainforest has 4 different levels, the top being the emergent level, followed by the canopy, then down to understory, and of course the very bottom, the forest floor. These are porcupines hanging out in a tree. These particular ones are called prehensile-tailed, probably because they're unique backside, and they do not want you taking pictures with a flash. No flash, because you will scare these little guys.
Please, no flash photography. Bright lights startle us.
Is that a pretty good porcupine imitation? Let's see what's happening on the bottom floor. This is a Komodo dragon, the biggest species of lizard in the world. Can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh 150 pounds. Now this is awesome. Hiding there in the foliage, right above that pole, is a sloth just dangling there. Very hard to see, but he's right there. If you look very closely, you can see his 4 legs holding onto that pole. Is he sleeping? Or is he moving at sprinter-like speed? I don't know if he knows the difference. To him, they're the same thing. You've heard the expression sleeping like a log? Well, this ocelot is tucked away and sleeping in a log. This guy here is in the family of the piranha. He's not as dangerous. He's just related to the piranha in a far off, distant way. This guy's totally mean mugging me. Why are you mean mugging me? I didn't do anything to you. And just like the Amazon rainforest, it's very warm and humid in here. I think that just kind of goes along with the ambiance. This guy's holding a fish up. He's feeding them with smaller fish. Now this actually is a piranha, a red-bellied piranha. They're not quite as dangerous as depicted in the movies, but I definitely would not stick a finger in there. That's just me though. These are caterpillars going through the phase of becoming butterflies. They're just hanging there waiting for their time to become these guys. I still can't get over these leaf biter ants. Look at all of them in there, carrying 10 times their weight. Those leaves are 10 times the ant's body weight. That's right! Come on, you're making me proud! Yes, I'm wondering the same thing. What the heck is this? Well, it's called the amazing Moody Scope. Take a peek. Don't stare too long, you'll honestly go insane. I have to document this occasion with a photo here by putting myself inside Moody Gardens in photo form. But which one should we choose? There has to be one that catches my eye. Yes, this one. Ooh, I don't know, is that a good one?
2, 1.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I hear it printing. Oh, there it is, right there. Let's take a look. Yes. Since the Majestic was a no-go, this is the next best thing. A drone shot. Not really though, it's just basically a model inside a glass case. On the back side of the property is this old ferry boat. Man, that's really cool. It's called the Colonel. And 2 gargantuan concrete fish. I think they're supposed to be in the water, but I think because of the time of year, they have the fountain drained. Up until 1990, along this road used to be a place called Ciarama Marine World. And according to coordinates I found online, I think the site used to be right here. In fact, this was one of the very entranceways into the park. This massive field is pretty much all that remains. Comes a helicopter. That's right! Come on! Come on! Come on! Get to the chopper! There used to be a 4-acre ski lake across here, as well as a 200,000-gallon aquarium. Right in here. Now the only thing from that era I see are just a few poles here and there. And a couple of electrical boxes that are still here. This little turnaround could have been the employee entrance. This fence definitely was here back when it was open. Look how rusted out that lock and chain are. No need to have it locked up now though, because all the rest of the fencing is taken down. Over in this area could have been where RVs would have parked. There are some electrical boxes and outlets all along these poles. Yeah, look at that down in there. Little remnants. Not sure how structurally sound this is to be standing on, but this is definitely old school. This was here back when this place really existed. And look way over there. There's the pyramids. Gonna go out the front entrance. Just gotta go around this massive pothole and check out the view at the top of the hill. The ocean! This mural on the side of the wall here. Ice cream cone man, coffee man, a mermaid, a hot dog in a recliner, just chilling, and of course, hamburger guy. I'm thinking maybe about getting these set of hubcaps for my RV. What do you guys think? A couple quick things. If you're going to leave a video question, please try to keep it about 10 to 15 seconds long and only ask one question. Try to make it a good one. Try to keep it concise. Try to make it humorous and something that you think that a lot of people would want to know. It's going to be very hard for me to answer questions about if I'm going to come to a certain area, if I'm going to come to your neck of the woods. Please understand that. Also, please realize I'm putting these in the vlog, so they have to be keen enough for other people to want to watch and be interested in. So that is my disclaimer for this segment. Now, on with the questions.
You've touched on it in the past, but your original channel, do you have any future plans for it, or are we just going to be left watching reruns?
That's a very good question, Alf, and one I get asked very often. The answer is, I really do not know. I'm so busy doing these vlogs, editing these vlogs, filming these vlogs every day without missing days, that it's hard to juggle between what I should put on this channel and what I should put on the TDW channel. Speaking of reruns, how's Willie doing?
Do you crush water bottles when there's nobody around and you're not on camera?
I'm telling you, when you get done consuming this, you just crush it like this. Now, I don't normally do that off film, but I'm doing it for you, buddy. I'm doing it for you.
I'm going to be traveling from Orlando to St. Augustine, maybe hitting the A1A all the way up there in the near future.
I'm trying to rack my brain on what's from Orlando to St. Augustine on A1A that I can remember. Your best bet is just to get to St. Augustine early, spend a little bit more time there than planned. There's so much there. There's the old fort, there's a flea market that's abandoned that looks like a castle, there is the Fountain of Youth, there's the old jail. There's just a lot of good stuff there in St. Augustine.
You were walking this way and I was walking that way, and I saw you from a distance, and I got all nervous. I didn't know what to do. I said, oh my God, that's TDW. We crossed paths with a million other people, and I leaned over and I said, big fan, man, I'm a big fan. You raised your hand and said thank you, and it was the best thank you I have ever heard.
Now that you mention it, I think I remember that.
TDW, would you purchase the sports almanac? Also, are those petunias?
I would love to have the almanac, of course. I can see who wins the next 25 World Series. Isn't it interesting how Doc is so against gambling in part 2, but in part 1, he wants to find out who won the World Series. Couldn't he just place his own bets? Doc, you dog.
What's your favorite Disney character? And what does it say about you or your personality? That's it.
I have to watch that again.
What's your favorite Disney character? And what does it say about you or your personality? That's it. What's your favorite Disney character? And what does it say about you or your personality? That's it.
Vlog over.